Welcome to the Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Terrorism Financing for Precious Metal Dealers and Jewelers course. This course is designed to provide you with an introduction to potential money laundering and terrorism financing risks that you may face in the normal course of business. The audience for this course includes producers of precious metals, including gold, silver, platinum, or any alloy containing any of these, or other precious metals. Producers of precious stones, including precious gems, pearls, and semi-precious stones at mining operations. Buyers or brokers of precious metals or precious stones. Precious stone cutters and polishers. Precious metal refiners. Jewelry manufacturers who use precious metals or precious stones. Retailers of precious metals or precious stones or jewelry containing either. And buyers and sellers of precious metals or precious stones that sell directly to the public as part of an ongoing business. To understand what characteristics of precious metal and precious stone dealers are appealing to money launderers, it is firstly important to understand the characteristics of the sector. The worldwide trade varies from transactions conducted through the financial system, for example via precious metal exchanges, to localized informal markets, which are largely or entirely unregulated. Dealers range from very poor individuals in some of the most remote and troubled places on the planet to wealthy individuals and multinational companies operating in major financial centers. Transaction methods can range from anonymous exchanges of handfuls of stones or nuggets or precious metals for cash to exchange-based government-regulated deals. Finally, in many countries around the world, dealers are not required to be licensed, whereas in other countries, dealers are required to hold licenses and are subject to professional standards and oversight by government agencies. Given the diverse nature of the precious metal and precious stone sector, it is essential to understand the money laundering and terrorism financing risks that each situation presents and to develop appropriate mitigating controls to minimize the risks. Which countries have signed up to the Kimberley process? As of November 2012, the Kimberley process had 54 participants, representing 80 countries, with the European Union and its member states counting as a single participant. Kimberley process members account for approximately 99.8% of the global production of rough diamond. Perhaps the best-known real-life money laundering case involving jewelry companies was the La Mina operation between the Andonian brothers and Ropex Corp, which successfully laundered over $1 billion ostensibly obtained from gold and jewelry businesses in New York, Los Angeles, and Houston. Cash was deposited into a variety of accounts, and then wired to accounts in various countries in Latin America under the guise of legitimate business transactions. The cover for the laundering operation was provided by fictitious jewelry sales, and also a series of gold purchases from Uruguay. In some instances, lead bars painted gold were imported, whereas in other instances the transactions were entirely false. The scheme came to light in 1995, as the U.S. Commerce Department had no record of any Uruguayan gold trade with the United States. Yet, by 1998, the department's statistics indicated that Uruguay was the second largest exporter of gold, even though the country had no operating gold reserves. The scheme was investigated by the FBI, who uncovered that the Andonian brothers' jewelry business was taking in much larger cash deposits than its peers. The final nail in the coffin came around the same time when an air shipment to New York to Ropex Corp, described as scrap gold, was broken open to reveal $5 million in cash, which was subsequently linked back to the Medellin cartel. The money launderers behind this scheme were sentenced to 505 years imprisonment in the United States,